Brandon Sim of EB5 United and Fabrice Ernandes of eXp Realty arranged a seminar on how to obtain a U.S. green card through an $800,000 EB5 investment. U.S. immigration attorney Samuel Newbold explained the application process and that you can receive a work and travel permit within months while filing an EB5 petition within the United States. This seminar was directed towards foreign nationals who are interested in obtaining a U.S. residency through investment. The seminar also included EB5 industry experts who have helped investors obtain more than 2,000 green cards by making a job creating investments in the United States. Applicants receive approvals in as little as 1 month and up to 11 months. Please watch a special report.
Sam is an immigration attorney here in New York City, and so when you're doing an EB5 or E2, you always need an immigration attorney to put together the paperwork, and that basically is his role, and so he'll explain some of the nuances of both the programs, and we'll get into some of the information on our company and the way that we like to structure our EB5 offerings. So with that, I'll give it to Fabrice.
Thank you so much, Brian. So I'm Broker in Miami, and I will present before Brandon. I help Brandon with all the system, the E2 visa, the EB5 visa, and the investment in Miami. Because there is 3 parts of an investment that we can have. There is the E2 visa, there is the EB5 visa, and there is only the investment for the income, active income. So if you know what I mean. But first, I will present me. So I'm French. I'm over there in Miami, in the 5445 in Collins area. My office. If you coming in Miami, you're welcome. And again, I am with Brian, and I'm working to help them to find some businesses for the E2 visa and support the client for the EB5. But we have a team so this is my career. So I'm starting in France for 15 years ago. I'm working with Fortis Bank. I think it's in Fortis Bank here in the United States, and for the group life, Swiss Life Group. And after I did my own company. Today we have 22 people in my office. So we're working from Florida, all Florida, Tampa, Orlando, neighbors, Miami, of course, homes everywhere in Florida. So we try to cover everywhere in Florida. But believe me, when you want to do an investment, honestly, you don't care where is it. You don't need exactly the situation, the localization. The localization you need really for the number, for the rentability. But when you are looking for the E2 on EB5, you are looking for the process and not for the localization. It can be anywhere. It doesn't matter. So let's continue with that. This is the people that is working with me on my team. So everybody do the best. So maybe you can have, if you phone to my office, you can have Ashley, my assistant, you can have someone, and everyone know exactly the project that it is in process. When I'm talking about the project, I'm talking about the project in new construction, I'm talking about the project in the EB5, I'm talking about the project of the E2. But everyone is not a specialist. When we have an EB5, for example, an EB5 process, I can support you because I'm just really handle it and going with the meeting or the conference with my one-on-one people, because everyone is special. Everyone don't have the same project. You can, of course, you want an EB5, but you have another situation, another configuration, you know, and nobody is exactly the same things for everyone. So Brandon fortunately is here, so we can do Zoom meeting, we can do everything. So, but first I want to explain to you, because there is the Miami mania that everybody can know for the investor that you are, really, and why people was looking for Miami today. This is just after the pandemic. Everyone know that Florida, fortunately, Ron DeSantis leave Florida open, the first state just after the pandemic. So what's happening? What's happening? Every people coming from New York, every people coming from United States, they cannot coming at the beginning from the foreigner, for South of America, for France, or for Europe, because all was closed, you know. And the New Yorker people realized that we are very nice in Florida. First of all, for the diversity, because you have Cuban people, you have China people, you have French people, you have all the community in Miami. And you have the thing that is amazing, guys. This is the weather. Because I don't remember when I put my jacket, but I was very happy to put it, because I think in January when I went to France. So this is why all the investments, so the passive investment and the active investment, I will go in on it. If you have some question, I can answer. There's no problem. You can interrupt me, and some question I will. So the massive migration that we have, this is the uncharted opportunity that nobody knows at the beginning, because they're thinking that Miami, it was only for the retired person, that they go over there to take the vacation, enjoy the vacation. It's completely different, guys, today. There is really a thing that is happening in Miami, and you can check it out, all the numbers, like for the EB5 project, because there is an EB5 project in Florida, like the EB5 project, like the new construction project. There is 37 new construction in Miami today. So you see here, like you can see, Florida in 2022, 1,217 people coming in Florida. Don't scare if you want to invest in EB5 project. E2 is for the business, for the visa E2. Don't scare. With 1,217 people coming in Florida every single day.
Hey Fabrice, why don't we just explain real quick the E2 versus the EB5?
Yes.
Because it's the E2 visa that Fabrice is talking about is a visa that you have to be from a country that has a treaty with the United States, and then you have to start a business in the United States, and that business has to remain active, and you have a visa for yourself and your family until your children are 21. But your children lose their visa when they turn 21, and that visa never becomes a green card. But you can do it with, say, $200,000 versus EB5, which gets you a green card at $800,000. And so Fabrice helps people with starting the businesses to do an E2 visa, but then also we'll get into the EB5 here in just a second and talk about that. So he does real estate sales in South Florida, as well as helps investors with E2 and helps us with E5.
All right, thank you for that. So the census data is here. Don't scare to invest in Florida, guys, because the number is here. Do the math. Easy. So here is not us that say that. You can see there is a lot of things that the New Yorkers that do only for the taxes. Taxes today in Florida, that everybody knows, is I'm talking about state taxes. In New York, 882. In California, 1230. It cannot represent a mortgage, guys. Take an example. Do the math. I don't do it today. If you have some question, you can take a contact with us after the meeting or whatever you want, whatever you need. Take only 1 million apartment, 1 million project, 882 in New York that you pay taxes. Invest in Florida and do the math. It can, I don't say that he can pay the mortgage, all the mortgage, but he can pay a lot of things. So, Ken Griffin, he moved from Chicago to Florida today because he thinks today's 160 Wall Street firm from New York City is moving from New York City, and 56 is coming in Florida. So see the number here and see what's going on exactly with the investment in Florida. 249 people coming from New York moving in Florida. Like people say, don't come in anymore, we are full. So there is a lot of people, there is a lot of business to do, guys. There is a lot of business, like Brennan said, in E2 visa, there is a lot of business in EB5, but there is a lot of business in investment as well. When you are looking for an investment, it's very easy. The math, on my hand, the calculation is very easy. You take an investment, if you have only 1% left, it's money free, guys. It's money free, only 1%. Deduction of the mortgage, deduction of the HOA, deduction of all the insurance, because you will see, insurance in Florida is a little more right now. So, here, the investment option in Florida, what you have. Business with the E2 visa, business with the EB5 project, and invest in the new construction development. This is the three investment, principal investment that you can do and really you can do with no risk. There, continue here. So be careful with all the investment as well, because when we're coming from New York, the thing that it is, Florida is cheap, but it's not so cheap. You need a professional. Don't do real estate. Don't compare the real estate in Florida with New York, because if you find an apartment that is $500,000 and you go by yourself and you say it's cheap because in New York it can cost $800,000. Yes, but guys, it's completely different. It is why it's happened that the market going up and the price going up. Why? Because people coming. Also, if you pay cash, it doesn't matter. The thing that it is, this is the amount that you pay. You have to pay the right amount, because there is a lot of people that are buying property and continue to sell property a little more 1 month after. You know what I mean? The market in Florida is not the same that in New York. You need a professional, really. You have to do the due diligence. You have to consider when you are buying something. I'm not talking about the project that E2 and EB5, but when you are, if you want to move to Florida, you have to consider all the things of Florida. You have to consider the traffic of Florida. Today, like you see before, 1,217 people not live coming in Florida every single day. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of traffic. Consider if you have your workplace in downtown Miami, don't buy to Hollywood. Also, it's more cheap. No makes sense, because you will go to the traffic and you will go to so many mistakes that you can. That, by the way, we are here to help you, and it's better to hiring a professional. Remember, guys, if you want to buy real estate, I don't know how it's working here in New York, but you don't pay the commission for useful one, because this is the seller in Florida that they pay the commission. It's good news, right? Let's continue. I just to take one example quickly and to explain you exactly what the phenomenon that it is in Florida. So I take for new construction that we have in Miami. Gal is a new construction in short-term rental. Fine Park is a luxury new construction. Shoma is a new construction that there is localized directly where the AFA, I don't know if everybody has familiar with the AFA. The AFA is the soccer training center that is working with Argentina, and I think that everybody knows Messi is in Miami right now. The Messi mania you cannot imagine. Everyone wants to go where Messi go. So it's incredible. So Shomale is a very nice project that we can have. And the last one is the 40 River District. That is a new project that is just on the river over there in Miami, in the health area, where there is a Jackson Hospital, there is a whole medical, and is in short-term rental as well, so it can be a huge project. That one doesn't need the EB5, neither E2, it's completely different, it's only for the investment. We are okay with that. So only quickly, Gail, like I was telling you, starting price 550, short-term rental. You can rent daily with Airbnb. You can rent with by yourself. You can manage by yourself. And this one here, just here, the daily rental on this area is about 350 for 450. What I'm talking about 350 to 450, because in Miami, again, I don't know how it's working in New York, but there is a low season and the high season. So September, October, November is a low season. December is a rush. Why? Because it's cold everywhere. So everybody wants to come to Miami again. So December, January, February, we have December, you have the Basel just right now. You have January, February, the boat show, March, the spring break, April, the Passover. In May, you have Formula One right now in Miami. So every single year. So the rental, the short-term rental, no really an expansion, and you can see because I have a report for that. Fine Park is completely different. Fine Park is a tower that is just after the MacArthur Causeway in South Beach. 5th Street is the luxury street that over there in Miami. So, and this is the luxury tower that is coming here, just here. It's almost finished. I think, if I remember, it's on 2024 at the formal quarter. And the price starting, not expensive, 1.4 to 2.4 for a 2-bedroom. But, guys, you want to invest in luxury market. This typical unit in 2.4, 2-bedroom, you can rent $20,000 monthly. I just print this morning from the MLS multiple listing service. This is the software that we have over there in Florida that all the professionals can use and search property for rent and property for sale. They have all the Florida. So this one, exactly 100 South Point, it's just next door to Fifth Park, $29,000 monthly. So do the math and you can have the rentability. You are an investor, you want to invest your money. The first one, when you're an investor, you must know what you want to do with your money. This is the first question that you I want to do. I'm not talking about the E2 and EB5 because it's something that you want to move in Florida, so it's completely different. But if you want an investment, you have to check. And you can, we are here to help you, there is no problem with it. So, because the rentability. Shoma Bay, like I was telling you just before, where there is the AFA, the soccer center, training center, just coming just there, here. So starting price 760, and you can rent 3,000 monthly. And at the end, like I was telling you, so the AFA, just here with Noble Village. Noble Village is just on the 71. We are on the, I was telling you that we are on the 54 in Collins. 54 in Collins, parallocalized to the people, you are just on the mid-beach. And there is on the 79th Street. And at the end, 40 River District is at the 4020 Northwest 40 Avenue, so short-term rental as well. So the price starting cheap, $490. $490 to the New York people. Check it out. You have exactly the same property here in New York with the 883% taxes of the income, and see what you can do. This one can cost something, but costs almost nothing. Because 280 to 400 that you can rent it, because there is so many students that is coming near the hospital. There is a lot of people that they want the surgery because there is a very specialist in Miami right now. There is a lot of people coming, and what they want one room for 1 night, 2 nights, 5 nights, 7 nights, etc. So this project, I love it. Why? Because it's cheaper first. Because believe me, 490. This is the starting price for the moment because the groundbreaking is not done already. But then when it will, it's starting to grind up. Of course, you know how is it working in new construction. At the beginning, when you have the groundbreaking that is not done, the price is cheaper and it's going down. So let's see, invest property, of course. So Miami in the 10 most booked traveler, and I want to show you this one because this is very, very important to close. So to have an opinion, I did the weekly market we posted 4 years ago. You can go at my YouTube channel. I have more than 1,300 videos to explain exactly what's going on the market, what's going on with the interest, what's going on in Miami with the investment, and what's happened every single week with the sale activity and rental activity. You can see all the report for 3 buildings that I did for more than 4 years ago. The Acoya, that is a building that is localized at the 63, 65 and Collins. The other one on the 54, 45 and Collins, the Castle Beach. And the last one in the Key Biscayne, the Ritz-Carlton Key Biscayne. So look at the idea. Because, and you will see. You can, here, we are on September 21, okay? September 21, when you want to rent an apartment, 3,700, 3,800, okay? Today, last week, I just did the market, the same one, this is the Acoya, 420 unit, 48 floor. You want to rent an apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 46,000. Okay? So, and I'm not talking about, because look at that. There is no inventory. 400 units in this building, 10 for sale. 0 activity this week. Last time, in 2021, 11, and there is activity. There is no inventory in Miami. If you want to invest and buy an apartment in Miami, it's difficult. It is why coming a new construction. And hopefully that they will finish quickly, because really we need apartment. Again, 1,200 people coming in Miami. So guys, we can help you. My brokerage and the 22 people that I was telling you, and Brennan, and some attorney that we're working with. So we can help you in the property management for your unit. We have a property management, Collins Beach Investment is a property management company that we work in. You can check it out on Google. So we can manage the unit for you. We can help you with the financing, with the refinancing as well. It's very important. We have a lot of partners. Also, if you are coming from New York, you are coming from Argentina, foreign year, France, Spain, Italy, it doesn't matter. We have a partner that we can do the financing. We can help you to find, because we have so many businesses listed, that we can apply for the E2 visa. And of course, we can assist you with the EB5 project. That's it, guys. You have all my information here. You can scan the QR code. You can go to my YouTube channel. There is a lot of explication about the EB5, the E2, and the new construction. Every single week, at least we did 3 or 4 videos and explain to you to keep you posted about the real estate market and the EB5 and E2 visa market, what's happening in Florida. Thank you for it.
That's mostly investment properties there down in South Florida, and then again, Fabrice helps with the E2 program. We will now move into the EB5 program. So once again, for the people that weren't here earlier, my name is Brennan Sim. I've been working in EB5 for the past 11 years. Helped at our company at EB5 United, we've helped over 1,400 investors obtain over 2,000 green cards for themselves and their family members. And I'm joined today by Sam Newell, who is a U.S. immigration attorney. And in the EB5 process, you need both a project to invest in, and you need a U.S. immigration attorney. And we'll talk about their role, his role here in just a minute. We're not tied to each other in any way. He can file EB5 investor petitions in any of our projects, but he can do it in any of the other EB5 projects available in the market, and vice versa. There's a couple thousand immigration attorneys in the United States, but there's really about 50 or so that specialize in EB5. And so Sam's one of the only ones here in New York, and we know pretty much all of the EB5 immigration attorneys, and he's one of the top ones and helps us with a lot of clients. And so we'll go ahead and go through the process and explain some recent changes in the program as well. Here's my information. If you scan the QR code, we also have that on the cards there as well. And this is just information on us. Like I said, we've raised more than $800 million through the EB5 program. So we've helped investors obtain more than 2,000 green cards. This is our team all throughout the world. I'm up here I've been in Miami for the past 3.5 years, but just moved to Puerto Rico about 6 months ago. Used to be up here in the city a few years back, and we actually have a project, an EB5 project called the 9 Orchard Hotel, just not too far here, right off Canal and Orchard Street. That was a very successful raise that we did back in 2018, 2019. And these are some past EB5 projects that we've had. So here you see the 9 Orchard in New York, as well as multiple throughout Miami, Chicago, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Portland, Oregon. And we've had a 100% success rate with all of our projects and with our investors. I mean, of all the 1,400 investors that we've had, we've only had 2 investors that had a denial, and those were both one of the investors didn't respond properly to USCIS, and the other one, you can use Bitcoin, but he had Bitcoin on an exchange that no longer exists, and so he wasn't able to provide documentation of the funds that he invested in the project. So we've had 100% success on all of our deals, and look forward to continuing that into the future. This is myself in India, speaking at a conference, some of our other team members there, speaking at different events all around the world. And this is here in China with our CEO Scott Fuller and our president Brad Stedham, that was in France. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Sam here. And these are just some of the basics of the EB5 program, so I'll let him explain some of that.
Sure. Thanks so much, Brennan. So my name is Sam Newbold. I'm an immigration lawyer based here in New York City. I'm the chair of our firm's immigration group. We're a firm of about 200 lawyers. And we do a lot of EB-5, we do some E2, we do really end-to-end immigration law, but we do a lot of EB-5, and we've worked with Brennan and his team over the years on different cases for investors. So with the EB-5 program, there's really some high-level basics that I think are critical to understand that really give you an idea of what makes EB-5 unique. First and foremost, we're talking about green cards and immigration, but the purpose of the EB-5 program, at least from the U.S. government's perspective, is that this is something that's going to create jobs for U.S. workers, and it's going to uplift the economy. By facilitating investment from abroad, we can create a lot of economic activity, create U.S. jobs, and that's the purpose behind it. So at the core of the EB-5 program, although you might hear a ton of buzzwords related to immigration, it all comes down to this: job creation. Okay? Your immigration benefits are tied to job creation, right? If you don't create enough jobs, you don't get the immigration benefit, right? At a very, very high level, that's what the EB-5 program is. So it's incumbent upon the real estate developers who are working with their stakeholders, like the regional centers and lawyers, to be able to show how their project is going to take EB-5 money and maybe a bunch of other money, build the project, and how that's going to create jobs. Okay, so at the very core of EB-5, we're always coming back to that concept of how many jobs are going to be created by a project, how many investors are investing in that project, how long is it going to take, right? And everything comes back to that basic concept. Another core principle of EB-5 is that your money has to be at risk. What does that mean, right? Well, that's defined as the possibility of making money or losing money. Okay? So under the program rules, you have to have the opportunity to lose some, none or all, or make a whole lot, or some a little bit, or none at all. All right? Just like any investment. So you can't have a guarantee. Okay? Your investment cannot be guaranteed to be returned to you. Okay? That's not how we define at risk. You have to have the ability to maybe make some money or lose some money. Now, it's fine to have an investment that has less risk, right? Or more, you can have more risk. It's a sliding scale, correct? But there has to at least be some risk. The good projects know how to structure a deal that still meets the requirement of being at risk while reducing the odds that you're going to lose your money. Okay? And that's what a good project looks like. And Brennan can talk about that. Okay. So what are we talking about in terms of the cash outlay? EB-5 requires at least $800,000 to participate. Okay. Now the statute says that you can invest $800,000 or at least $1,050,000. But the overwhelming majority of EB-5 projects that you see are going to come to you at $800,000 because why pay more for something if you don't have to? Okay, and that's the idea behind that. So you're looking at a minimum of $800,000. That's U.S. dollars. Okay, investment to participate. When does that money have to be invested? All right. Generally speaking, you have to invest the money first before you get the immigration benefit. Okay, you can't say, give me my green card and I'll invest the money later. That's not the way the government works. The government doesn't believe anything you say or do. Okay, it's a litmus test. They want to make sure that you are taking the risk forward to show your commitment. Then they'll grant you the benefits. Okay, it's a one-way street in that regard. Okay. One of the most important things in all of EB-5 is that you have to be able to show specifically and clearly where your money is coming from and how you got the money. This is a two-part test. All right, your immigration lawyer is going to be one of the biggest benefits of a good immigration lawyer in EB-5 is having the experience to understand capital flow, the chain of custody of capital, how capital moves through accounts, right? How you've sourced that individual capital, whether it was from real estate, other investments, business, right? Inheritance, There's all kinds of ways that people generate cash. Our jobs as immigration lawyers is to advise you on what is the path of least resistance.